So, my main topic is asking you about expression pedals.
Oh, great. Here we go.
So I was on the old pedal train pedalboard planner, like as we do, right,
As
guys?
one does.
And I was playing with all my little setups for what I'm going to do with this big board. I've been on this hunt for this, getting my big board all set up.
Uh-huh.
And I was thinking, what if I had an expression pedal for a delay pedal, one of my delays, because I'm going to have a couple different delays on there, that I could bring in like the level of the delay. That's a good idea. And I was like, man. And then I've got this MD200 that I got for Pedalmas. If you haven't caught that episode, you can go back and watch that. But I was like, man, what if I threw an expression pedal on there and then I could change like speed settings and like every preset I can have it set up for something different. I was like, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, Vertex has got that boost, and you could use an expression pedal as like a volume boost. It's like, that's cool.
So you're going to put it on every pedal?
Well, I got thinking about it. I was like, when is the point that you look towards an expression pedal or think about an expression pedal or would consider an expression pedal?
For me personally?
Yeah, you personally. Because me, I'm not for sure I totally want to dive into expression pedals that much. However, I did watch Steve Morris's rig rundown here a while back, and he had them set up for his delays and stuff.
Right.
And then Andy Wood was talking about that. He kind of set up a pedal board like that so he could bring in and out his delays.
Right.
That's a pretty genius way of doing it, really. Because every room and every situation, you need maybe a little bit more, a little bit less.
Right.
And I find myself turning that level knob on my delays
A lot.
a lot,
Yeah.
almost per song.
Yeah.
So the expression pedal idea is a cool idea, but where do you fall on expression pedals? What's your thoughts on them?
So I think with modulation, it's a given. Because, especially with something like a rotary or a chorus, where you're going to change the speed of something, to me that makes sense. So, like, I'm on board for a modulation. Even a phaser. That makes sense to me. Univibe.
Well, and like, on this MD200, I can set up that auto wah with the expression pedal, and now it's just a wah wah pedal.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You could probably do the same thing with your HX1.
Yeah, well, I know I can do that.
You
Yeah.
plug the expression pedal in there, and you got a wah wah pedal. It's not auto wah anymore.
Yeah, that's cool. So I think modulation totally makes sense. Delay, obviously you wouldn't do it for a slapback or changing speeds, you know what I mean? But like, I think for volume, it makes sense.
Well, there's a lot of pedals that have presets where you could have the expression pedal set up where if you're heel down, that is slapback delay to exactly how you
heel
set
up.
it, and toe up is your long delay.
Which isn't a terrible idea, but like, I don't know. For me, I just like stepping on a pedal and it's where I'm at. You know what I mean? Like the Halo's perfect because it's got the presets.
Yeah.
I used to have two delays all the time. So the slapback was constantly on, and then I have a long one that I'd just punch in every once in a while if I needed it. And that worked great too. I actually like having two delays at once. I think it just adds more texture to the sound.
That's the one thing about the Halo I wish you could do.
Me too.
I wish you could have channel A and channel B on at the same time.
At the same time.
It is the only thing about the Halo that I'm not like, I wish would be done with it.
Right.
I know that would probably take a lot more. You'd have to have a second delay engine.
I was about to say also, like, what would the knobs control if they're both on? You know what I mean? One or the other. I don't know.
Oh, that's a good point.
So it would be confusing too.
Yeah, maybe you just couldn't affect the delay. Oh, I don't know.
See?
Yeah.
So I think how they have done it is pretty spectacular. So let's not mess with it if we don't have to.
I love the Halo. It is the perfect delay for my small board.
Yeah. But anyways, we're talking about expression pedals. Honestly, I think one of the best effects with an expression pedal is complete volume, because those swells that you can do, especially if you're doing like a big like textural sound, those swells that you can do, or if you're doing like almost a steel guitar lick,
yeah,
those things are great. But I don't personally use it. So for what I would use, it would be just modulation. I wouldn't use it for anything else. I see why other people do it, and if that's your thing, that's cool. But there comes a point where like I've just got too many variables and I need to pare it down.
Yeah, my concern is with it. So modulation, it does make a lot of sense. I love the idea of it on my delay, but I do worry, like if that thing isn't set just right, when I click that delay on, what if it's all the way toe forward and my level's all the way up?
Takes your head off, yeah.
And then what if it's all the way down and I have to adjust it every time? Like, am I going to be annoyed by that? Maybe.
But are you more annoyed with that or the fact that you got to change your volume per song or per every other?
Well, I'm pretty annoyed with having to tweak my volume all the time. However, I can't, with the Halo, you can just reach down and turn your level knob up. And then if after the song's over, if I think that's better for this room, I'll
You save it.
I'll save it because it takes nothing to save it. I know I just adjusted the level only.
Yeah.
And I'll save it real quick. So maybe I don't need an expression pedal for my delays.
I don't know.
Do I need an expression pedal for my delays?
What do you need for your stuff?
Yeah, I don't know. Now you got me thinking. I'm gonna have to get back on pedalboard planner.
Yep. You got to resituate everything.
Let's move.